Now, a horizontal tangent at a point is not a local extreme. Now we need to find a critical numbers and a local extreme. Now, first of all, local extreme, it means the maximum and minimum values, which is usually the y values. Now, what's meant by the critical numbers? Critical numbers are the x values of maximum or minimum. How do we usually find them? We find the critical number by finding f of prime of x, we make it equal to 0. So let's find, so f of x now, it's equal to x cubed. F prime of x is equal 3x squared. We found the derivative, we make it equal to 0, divided by 3, divided by 3. So look how to solve any question. X squared equal to 0. How do you remove the square? We usually, in order to remove a square, we use a square root, both sides, so x equal to 0. So at x equal to 0, this is called a critical number. Now we have doubts. If this is a local maximum or local minimum. Later on in the lesson, the second lesson, how to test increasing and decreasing, we will test it. But now in this lesson, we have no idea how do we check that. But we know that f of x equal x cubed, it has the following graph. So the graph is coming like that. So this is the graph of f of x. So if we study here, if we look here at point 0, there is a horizontal tangent. There is a horizontal, somehow it's a horizontal tangent. So this point, neither local maximum nor local minimum. There is a tangent in this point. So we can't determine, we can't say this is a maximum or minimum. So this function, f of x at x equals 0, no maximum, no minimum. So again, in this question, they asked me to find two things, critical numbers and the local extrema. Now, local extrema, we said it's the maximum and minimum values, which is the y values. The critical numbers are the x values of the maximum and minimum. How to find those x values? Usually we find the first derivative and we make it equal to 0. We did it, the first derivative, we solve it, we found that at x equal to 0, at x equal to 0, there is a critical numbers. But now if we compare the critical number that we got with the graph of the function f of x, which is x cubed, here there is no maximum, no minimum. So there is a critical numbers, but these critical numbers do not considered as a maximum and minimum because there is a horizontal tangent here at that point.